It's a natural instinct for a lady to want to be a mother. It's natural. In fact, when that little child gets big enough to where they have to be, quote unquote, sent off to daycare, it's like a pry bar between the mom and the child, because it's not a natural emotion. When you're taking that child and you're ripping it from the care of the mother's a mess, the child's a mess, and pretty soon you pull them apart long enough, they begin to think it's normal, but it took a long time before it became normal. They had to go against nature to pry baby from mama and put them off in two different directions, and all the mom can think about while she's at work is that child. And all the kid can think about while they're in daycare is, boy, I want to be with mom and dad. Where's my mama? Where's my mama? It's not natural. Now, society has made it to where, that first day of school when the mom's leaving their little kid off on that yellow bus and they're on the street corner crying, that's not normal. That's not right. That's like an ostrich leaving her young, hoping they don't get trampled on while she goes to do some work. Now, that's not the biblical pattern. And by the way, God created male and female. God created the marriage union. God created the children. And He's the one that gives that fruit of the womb. So I think He has a say on how it should be run. And it's just amazing, whoever, you can call us crazy and you can call us old time, but it's amazing, those that follow this have model families. And those that don't follow us have horrible families, but yet they have the audacity to just kind of look down their nose and shake their hand at somebody who decides to follow this. Now, the advice the world gives today is, well, if you have to get married, that's like if you just can't resist, if you have to get married, at least wait 2 or 3 years and have your... But by the way, that's not just the world's advice, that's many churches' advice. That's right. I can think of many Bible colleges that's the advice they're giving their young people. And you know how you can keep from having children for 2 years? Birth control. Yeah. That's what they're telling people. And by the way, it's wrong. It's not biblical. God's the one that blesses the womb. God's the one that gives those children. And we ought to just be thanking God every time He opens that womb and gives us another child. Thank God for that. But it's amazing how warped society has become. But it's one of those battles. It's one of those life choices and decisions that you don't know you're wrong until it's too late. Because I guarantee you, if we were to walk around in any nursing home, just pick one, to some old ladies in a wheelchair who are in a room all by themselves, who forsook family for a career, who let someone else raise their kids. And now, kids they have nothing in common because they're in daycare, they're in school, they're over here. They just come home and eat TV dinner together while watching TV, go to bed, wake up, and it's just like a bed and breakfast is all it is. It's not a home. They're just eating, sleeping together, and then waking up in the morning and going their different directions, have nothing in common. And you think, and ask them, if you could do it over again, would you change your priorities a little bit? They're all going to tell you yes. They're all going to say, man, Thanksgiving comes and no phone calls. Christmas comes, no phone calls. Mother's Day, I bet you today would be a day a lot of them are looking back and thinking, I wish I'd have given more time. I wish I'd have been a little bit more faithful. I wish I'd have been a little bit more loving. I wish I would have had a little more time for them. Because let me tell you something, the job that they worked, they've already forgotten that. That career, as soon as that person retired, they found someone else that's going to do the same thing they're doing. The Bible says, except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. If you're not doing it God's way, you can try your hardest and you can give it 110%. It's not going to work. You've got to do it God's way.